Hey everyone, I wanted to talk about the difference, yeah, that's the word, difference between doing and efforting. And it's something that, efforting is something I spend a lot of my life doing in many different aspects. But it's something I'm seeing a bit deeper after doing Michael Neill's course, or doing Michael Neill's course on efforting, on effortless being. And what I'm seeing is, or actually a few minutes ago I was kind of thinking, how would I explain the difference between doing without effort, or effortless doing, and efforting doing? I was like, it's very, I don't know, I can't remember the word, but it's experiential, like you have to kind of know it. But I thought, well, actually, that is true. But one example that comes to my mind, a strong example, is sports. Like, don't do that much as I like at the moment, but in the past when I did sports, whether that's five-a-side football, badminton, squash, whatever, there were particular times when, let's use five-side as an example, that the referee would blow the whistle to start the game, and I would just be in the zone, like be running everywhere, scoring goals, prohibiting goals being scored, and then seemingly like 2 minutes later the ref blows the whistle for half time. You're like, we only just started like 2 minutes ago. And the example for me anyway is really good. Like whatever example you want to use, whether that's computer games, music, writing, filming, anything really. Like we get into kind of a zone, we get into the flow, and that's really what we're talking about, or what I'm talking about when, or even Michael Neill's talking about when we're talking about effortless doing, because we're doing, like I'm playing a football game, I'm running around for 45 minutes, scoring goals, whatever. Like I'm not sitting back and doing nothing. But there's no effort involved in that. Like it's seamless. It's just me in the flow, or you in the flow. There's no effort, it's like, I don't know, lately at work I've had to put in, or it feels like I've been efforting too much, thinking too much, efforting as a result of the thinking too much. And to be honest, I don't get much done. I don't get anywhere near as much done when I'm doing that, when I'm coming from that efforting, when I'm trying too hard, when I'm not actually just allowing myself to be and to trust myself and to trust the process. And so that's kind of, that's what I wanted to point to. That's kind of like the differences, or for me, the difference in efforting versus effortless doing. I'm going up a hill. This is not effortless doing. But yeah, I think for me, as I've kind of, gone deeper into my psyche. As I've gone deeper into my experience of life and whatnot, I see more and more areas that could or will benefit from me just trusting myself, sitting back, not doing nothing. Doesn't sound very good English. Sitting back and kind of like, not really doing anything, which I have done. I've done that for a large proportion of the last year, to be honest. It's not doing that. It's kind of, it's being like we are in the football game, and kind of turning up, letting go, and seeing what happens. Having a kind of like rough idea of what you would like, and just allowing the universe, the true self, to create that through you with ease and love and fun, and being kind to yourself, and being loving to yourself when you realise you're efforting, which you will. It's an amazing innate power that all humans have. It's the power of consciousness, or the power of awareness. Like, eventually, I was talking to a client actually about this a couple of hours ago before my Michael Neill call. Like, no matter kind of what you're going through in her particular situation, obviously I'm not going to name names, but like in her particular situation, she was having a hard time at work, new job, promotion, a lot of management responsibility, and she was getting stuck in her head a lot and having a lot of stress about it. But eventually she kind of realised, when she was at the weekend thinking about it, she was like, nah, no more. And she stepped out of her, and I put this in the nicest sense of the term, victimhood, and owned it. And that as a response of being conscious or being aware, which is a natural power. It kind of, she didn't do anything to do that. She just became aware of it. And it's a saying that I picked up from a guy called Zan Perion, but I think he was older than him. But it says, awareness is curative. So once we are aware of something, we can fix it. We can do something about it. So if you catch yourself, or you're aware, or you're conscious of yourself efforting in something particular, then all you have to do is kind of, well, you don't have to do anything, because invariably you realise and you kind of go, okay, and chill out and relax, and do from effortless being. So yeah, I wanted to share that on my walk. I hope that was useful. If not, then don't leave a comment, but no, obviously leave a comment. Leave a comment either way. I would be interested to hear how you yourself experience effortless being and doing. It has been something I've massively struggled with, over my whole life. So the last couple of years have been an exploration of that, and it, for me, as in everything in life, it's a journey, and you kind of walk along the path and see what you see on the way. And for me, I'm seeing a lot in terms of that. Yeah, share comments, stories, I don't know, examples other than five-a-side football. And yeah, have a brilliant weekend.